Welcome back to Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Aiden has his sights set high today, with an aircraft carrier brimming to the edges with zombies and loot on the horizon. We'll take some setup and preparation to make sure it is not a suicide mission, but he won't stop until he's claimed some glory from this war-torn site. One of the first things that Aiden wants to do today is see if we can get any upgrades to our boat before we head to the aircraft carrier. We're going to be heading to the aircraft carrier today no matter what we do, and then I have some plans if we have some time afterwards. We will also be suiting up with a gun, trying to see if there's any repairs that we can make to our MP5 once I figure out where the hell it's gone. I'm sure it's around here. Yeah, here we go. HNK MP5. But the first thing we want to do is see if there's anything we can do to make repairs to our boat. So we're going to need our arc welder. What kind of fuel does it require? So I know we need the arc welder. In fact, I'm going to move everything that is like specifically just for vehicle construction, like the lug wrench and such, over towards the boat so that we have it nearby. Okay, we got a few things here. Let's see if this is all we need. I'm starting a bit of a pile. I've already forgotten what we needed for this. So let's go ahead and go back to our install menu, check the spots, and then go to controls. So we need a glare protection. We need a drill with drilling of 2 or more. And then we need an acetylene torch with 120 charges or an arc welder of 2400 charges. Okay, so let's go ahead and wield this arc welder and see if we can figure out... We have to plug it into something. Do we need to bring this closer to the house then? Is that what we're looking at? Because this is kind of a long distance to stretch a bunch of extension cables. I guess I could temporarily move my battery over, right? Problem is that I don't really want to remove this because this is currently powering my fridge, right? Yeah, and everything in here is cold still, so... We do also need a freezer at some point. Okay, let's see if I can figure out how to... Can I do multiple extension cables? Oh, wait, I just saw it. Hold on. Extend another cable. So this is 60 now. Does it tell me how far I've gone? 56. 54. Okay, this is actually better UI than I thought it would be, to be honest. 44. If I get too far... 33. Can I plug it in now? Okay, let's pick this up. Wield this. Plug in. Okay. I can use the arc welder now. Good. This is working a lot better than I thought. We just need to make sure not to move this in the future or else we'll snap the extension cord. Although I was informed, and I did confirm this, that we can just repair the extension cords if we do that. We need glare protection 1 more and drilling of 2 more. I think I have a face shield for the glare protection. And then we will look into the drilling. Okay, so I've been playing with this for a little bit, and I'm noticing that it's telling me that I have 2400 charges on the arc welder. Hold on, let me show you this. So it's telling me that I have 2400 charges on the arc welder whenever I look at controls. But if I go to like repair a metal bolt hole, it's telling me that I don't have enough for like the 4800 charges. So what I think that is, and someone in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong, is that is the battery power on our grid, which means that if we want to do any real repairs, we're going to need 2 things. We need 2 things in order to repair the hull of our boat, which is, let me go to one that's pretty badly repaired. We need chunks of steel, and we need more power on our grid, on top of the fact that we need more mechanics if we want to repair all the leaking spots. We need a lot of other things. We need aluminum, basically, if we want to repair the 1-cylinder engine, but I'm probably just going to replace that, not repair it. I want electric engines on this thing. Probably 2 of them, because this 1-cylinder engine is actually not enough to push the boat by itself. I tried this whenever I was out in the ocean. If I try and use only the 1-cylinder engine, then it's kind of fails. It says that I don't have enough engine power. The other thing we're going to need to find is we're going to have to go out in the world and find a drill in order to repair the controls as well. Some sort of electric drill would probably be the best because even if I look up drills, a lot of these drills that I can make, yeah, so like a makeshift hand drill only has drilling 1, A cordless drill has drilling 3, but the problem is that, yeah, we need a lot of stuff for that. A lot of stuff for that we just don't have. So it's going to be better to just go to like a construction site or something. I'm sure there's a construction site here somewhere. Yeah, there's a handful of construction sites around town. Yeah, there's actually like 12 of them. So, oh, there's a crystal outcropping south of Oshnet. Why did that not go up or show up whenever I type in crystal earlier? Oh, that's actually really important. Okay, we need to actually go there first. I know I was talking about going to the aircraft carrier today, but that's actually far more important because right now we can start learning the more advanced telekinetic powers, and we need yellow crystalline dust for that. That crystal outcropping will guaranteed get us the dust that what we need. We'll try and look out for some of the stuff that we need on the way. So the things that we need is that we need car batteries, probably 2 or 3 of them, if not even more of them. We're actually going to leave our steel drum here underneath this rain catcher, just to make my life easier. I don't want to have to purify water constantly. But yeah, we want to go to that crystal outcropping because that'll allow us to learn a new telekinetic power. It'll let us learn new telekinetic powers in the future as well. Because once we get, like, we won't even need that much dust, right? You only need the dust to learn the power. And I think you needed to practice it, but practicing using the dust is not required by any means. As Aiden was traveling south, we suddenly heard kablam, kablam, and my ears ring as we barely dodge an incoming projectile. There are a bunch of bandits to the south of me, and they are firing guns at me. Okay, we are going to activate momentum alteration. If we can. I'm going to crouch, I think. Where are they firing from? How do they see me? You know what? We're gonna run. I want to get into cover. We'll catch our breath real quick. And let's head farther to the west, I guess. Grim Howler. Never seen... Oh, that's one of those wolves again. For a second, I just didn't recognize the name. I don't really have a great way of dealing with those bandits. And I forgot to got so excited about the crystal outcropping that I forgot to load and repair my gun before coming out here. So we're kind of without a ranged weapon right now. At some point, we probably need to get control over knife shot to use that as a ranged weapon, as a backup. Saw a giant wasp in the distance. Not a huge fan of that concept. Okay, Aiden can see the crystal outcropping in the distance now. There seems like there's some stuff here, though. There's a Gozu, whatever the hell that is. Feral Radiant and a Feral Esper. So there's 2 feral psionic creatures. What is a Gozu? It is some sort of unnatural cross between a bull and a man, kind of like a minotaur. Quite different from the minotaur. Oh, should have read 1 sentence farther. Quite different from the minotaur of legend. It possesses a shaggy white bull's head on an otherwise unremarkable human body. Clad in sagging socks and stained jockey shorts, it grunts and snuffles, drooling ropey strands of white slobber down its chest. You occasionally catch a glint in its eyes and freeze up involuntarily, like a deer in headlights. You also have a feral radiant. A feral skin has some sort of radiance. Their eyes are bright with light, and there's a shimmer around their form. And a feral esper that lacks the crazed look most of their kind have. Instead, their gaze is unfocused, as if listening to voices only they can hear. And we have a Kret, which we've seen before. Those are some sort of like alien dogs. I don't know how many of those are hostile, but the Radiance, Esper, and the Gozu are fighting each other. And Aiden feels a level of aggression from the Gozu and the Kret. There's also a feral adept here. Feral moves with a disturbing, fluid grace. Despite that, they bear the same crazed expressions of all the others. Okay, the Krek is clearly a problem. There's a rock behind us, though. Is there anything else nearby? No, not really. I really need to clear this area out. Feral adept hits the Gozu with such a force it sends them flying. Okay, so they are fighting. He is going to kill those espers and adepts for me. There's a chance that we can get a crystal off of them. We are just going to sit here and watch the fight for a few moments. I don't want to get involved yet. Okay. Oh, so we know who's stronger now. That Feral Adept managed to kill the Gozu. What about that Krek? Seeing what's going on here, I'm actually going to head to the north, away from the Feral. Oh, as I was moving, a swarm structure suddenly appeared in front of me. Your mind can't decide if this is a vast structure, an endless swarm of tiny, flying, sharp things. The only thing you know is for certain it is too large to fit in the space it occupies. As we swing in it, it just vanishes. Okay. That Feral Adept is chasing the Krek out to the south. Let's double check to make sure there's nothing else here. I don't see anything else. Okay, we're going to crush down those bodies real quick. It looks like the two of them have moved off very far away, and we don't see anything anymore. Strange golden crystal. We'll take that. Crush it down. That was a radiant, right? Does this guy have anything? Beryl Esper. No. We'll crush his body down as well. Does the Gozu have anything? No. Please tell me glowing crystals. Thank goodness. I was a little worried whenever I didn't see too many crystals around here. So we'll go ahead and store our Geon. And what we want to do is bash down these crystals and pick up all of the crystalline dust. Oh, there's not that much yellow. That's unfortunate. How much does this stuff weigh? Really about nothing. So we'll just take all of it in case we need any of it in the future. What are we carrying that weighs so much? Oh, we're still carrying the propane tank? Oops. That was a hard oops. You know what we can do is we can insert the propane tank into the lifting field for now, just so that we're not dealing with the weight. We'll go ahead and break all of these then, see how much yellow we can get. Again, there's no reason to not just take all of it, because it's very light, and there's a chance that maybe we'll need more of this in the future. Plus, we don't know what color is associated with our more Esper-esque abilities. That's a lot less crystals than I would have liked, but we should be able to use that dust to at least learn our basic abilities that we have access to right now. With that done, I do think we're going to head back to our island and we're going to set up to head to the aircraft carrier. I'll meet you there. As we were moving along, I decided that I wanted to try and check this radio tower to the west. It would give us vision of most of this forest. And as we approached, we saw a Migo, an alien creature of uncertain origin. Its shapeless pink body bears numerous sets of paired appendages of unknown function and a pair of ribbed membranous wings, which seem to be quite useless. Its odd, vaguely pyramid-shaped head bristles with numerous wavering antennae, and it moves with an uncanny fluidity on its many legs. The other thing that I noticed is that, well, yeah, there's an amoebic mold here as well, but there's also a military cargo truck, and it looks like it's in decent repair. I would like to get up to this, so at least for the moment, and we're going to be very cautious about how we go about this, we are going to try to cast Wind Running on ourselves and hope... Oh, there's also a giant wasp. That's far away, though. Hope that the Mido comes to us to fight us in the woods. It is coming to us. Okay. So we're going to step behind a bush, slow it down, and we are not going to fight this thing in melee. Midos are... Oh, it's smart enough to not step on the bush. Shit. Line ourselves up. I shoved it. We're just getting another level in force shove. We're almost max level with that. Very nice. Okay, we really need to line it up to a... There we go. As it finally steps between us and a tree, we shove it backwards, crushing it against the tree. It has a moment of panic and shock in its eyes as the Mido realizes we are no simple survivor, as our telekinetic force is shoving out against it as it is ready to flee, but Aiden is not going to give it that chance as he finally crushes it down. We would love to take the time to dissect this and take a better look at this, but I don't know what is around us right now. So I think instead we're going to ignore the mold because it will ignore us. Oh, we definitely don't want to ignore this slime though. I wonder if that amoebic mold was making those slimes. Aiden has heard legends of these black slimes taking over an entire world, as I can imagine that he's had multiple sit-downs with Rubik from the Adzodi talking about other worlds, and Rubik probably would have told him about worlds that had been completely consumed by black slime. So he knows to look out for them now. Okay, so there is a fully repaired vehicle tank here. There's some reinforced windshields and military composite armor on quite a few of these things. Where is the engine on this damn thing? I really just wanted to see the engine. Oh, I'm being stupid. It's probably up front. Okay, so there is a car battery, a diesel engine, and a truck alternator. I want that battery, although I don't know if I can carry it right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to remember the vehicle position here of a military cargo truck. And damn, I'm actually very annoyed that we kept... I was actually planning on using my lifting field to bring back a battery, but we unfortunately don't have room for that because of accidentally bringing our propane tank with us. And propane tanks seem rare enough that I don't want to leave it behind. Well, I was going to check this area, but there is a giant wasp nest here with a giant wasp guard in the area. They have murdered a lot of things, as we can see skulls and piles of blood around this area, and even larvae. So this is a full-ass nest. Seeing this, Aiden doesn't really want to do anything with that. That is a lot of creatures that are flying and fast in a unideal situation to be fighting them. So we are going to move back into the forest and continue heading home. As we were heading back, we actually found another survivor. We can feel off in the distance another human being to reach out to, Jef Major. He seems to be running this place. We're going to put away our sword and approach tentatively. He has some sort of tow truck out front here. And fairly good walls, to be honest. He just doesn't have a front gate, which is concerning and confusing why he wouldn't set up a front gate. Oh, there he is. Is the front door unlocked? It is. His vending machine's empty, though. Let's talk. Jef Major, scrapper. Haven't seen another face in quite a while. Not a living one, at least. State your business. Maybe you can use some for some of the scrap metal. Well, nice to meet you. You have any jobs you need to done? I have a job for you. Want to hear it? Tell me about it. Since businesses are increasing around here, I've decided to start selling more specialized metal. Problem is, I can't separate the metal out. Fortunately, I found some old schematics on a machine for this sort of thing. If you could get me 25 magnetrons, I can smelt down the sorted stuff into bars. I can quickly pay you in raw materials. Sure, I'll keep an eye out, but I don't know that, I even know what a magnetron is. But do you sell anything? Can you buy anything? Sure. Yeah, okay, let me look at your stock. Oh, look at this. He sells high steel, nuts and bolts, sheet metal. Okay, so this is going to be a good guy to come to whenever it comes to, like, we need specific types of steel. Like, high steel is actually pretty valuable and hard to find, at least in my experience. He has this full scrapyard. We're not going to go into any of the rest of his buildings, but we are going to look around, see if there's anyone else here. See if he has a rolling trash can. Looks like no. Okay, we'll pull our sword back out. Remember that he's here and move on. Well, there is this mine entrance, so maybe we can find these magnetons there. I mean, if he's talking about it being a magneton, I'm curious if that just means that it is like load-bearing iron or something like that, right? Man, moving across the field today is busy business today. As we were heading back, we actually spot an owlbear in the distance. We've seen owlbears before in the apocalypse, but we've been avoiding them for the most part. I did just remember that there was an owlbear in town, so I'm curious if this is the same one. As it gets closer, we're just going to shove it backwards, and we're making a break for the tree line, because is it faster than us, actually? It is slower than us, but when we're running, but only when we're running, I should say. As we're going to just try and get away from it here. Oh, man. We're slowing down because we're running so far. Can we wind run ourselves? Okay, while we're wind running, we're faster again. And I think it lost track of us. Okay. Whew. Breathe in, breathe out. Continue. Tired from the day's exertions, Aiden is going to take a moment to try to learn this wave of force telekinetic ability. And then after that, we're probably going to spend the day doing that real quick because we're very, very tired. We'll take a nap, and then as soon as we wake up from our nap, we are going to be heading out to the aircraft carrier. Yeah, we also need to see about repairing our gun as well. I don't think we have a firearm repair kit. Firearm repair kit. Oh man, we're actually pretty close to being able to make one of those. I don't know that we're going to be able to repair this, and it's very badly damaged. So maybe we look at one of the other guns we have. We could bring the shotgun with us instead. I mean, it requires shotgun slugs. Do we have any shotgun slugs? No. But at least we'll have a couple shots if we get in a bad situation. So we'll keep that on us. We're going to try and learn this wave of force, at least until we're too tired to keep going. We woke up in the morning and decided to spend a little bit more time trying to learn this telekinetic power. And I wasn't expecting it to be slow fall, of all things. Was that what we were supposed to be learning? Because it says wave of force. Okay, I think that was just a bug, because it does say wave of force here. So we are going to, we're going to come out here and, oh hey, there's 2 Aptosauruses now. Wonder if they're breeding. Or like, I don't know, that's weird, because there was only one before. So, wave of force. Oh, it's a unleash a telekinetic wave around you that indiscriminately knocks everything back. Oh, we need to be careful about this, because we could damage one of those Aptosauruses by accident. Okay. I'm curious if it'll tell me what its range is. See, like, whenever you talk about force shove, it says that the range is 12. Okay. Well, it definitely doesn't have enough range that it knocked this over. So let's go to let's say 1, 2, 3, and do it again. Okay, well, it doesn't have a range of 3. That's for damn sure. And the range is probably going to go up as we level it, right? Okay, maybe we can't push items. Unlike the wave of force or the far hand, which like, for example, I just shoved an item. Maybe we can't push items because I was standing next to something and I didn't push it that time. We'll go ahead and, ooh, we also have enough metaphysics now that we learned grounding meditation. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so what grounding meditation does is it allows us to get rid of our nether attunement, which trying out that wave of force and spending so much time doing all of that did actually give us a bunch of grounding meditation. So now we will have a buff that says, yeah, we already got rid of 1 level of nether attunement. That's really useful, actually. Okay, because we spent so much time working on our meditation, Aiden's actually tired again. So we're going to eat a little bit of food, and we are going to lay down for a very short nap, and then head over towards the aircraft carrier. I did find out, I didn't mention it before, but I did find out that the internal chronometer does actually allow us to put in our earplugs and then go to sleep and still set an alarm, which is, in my opinion, incredibly valuable. I've never been able to do this in any run, and it's really nice to be able to do that. Internal chronometer wakes you up. Aiden wakes up raring to go, fresh. We have our combat sword. We have some knives. I did spend some time leveling up knife shot, although I don't know if it's going to be high enough level to actually use. We're going to leave behind anything that we don't need here, because we're going to have a lot of loot. We're actually just going to make a pile for things that we don't care about, and we'll sort them later. We're going to bring a little bit of food and such with us as well, just to make sure. In fact, we're actually going to leave behind some of our tools as well. So we'll leave behind our socket wrench, our repair kits. These are things that I normally would carry on me because they let me kind of get things out of cars and such like that on the demand. But I feel like there's no reason to bring those things with me whenever I know I'm going into a situation where I'm going to need a lot of free space. I'm thinking that we might want to make some more lockpicks real quick before we go. Okay, we have our shotgun, we have some lockpicks, we have a little bit of food, we have some water, I think, somewhere. Yeah, we have 3 water. Plus, we're going to be on the ocean, so water is not going to be an issue. There's 800 water in there as well. That's going to be really nice. When we get back, we can just purify the whole damn thing. Okay, and we have a lot of room in our car here, in our boat. we're going to get going. Honestly, I'm as excited for this as I was for finding the Forge of Wonders in the Edzodi in the first place. This has been a long time coming, for sure. As Aiden pulls up towards the aircraft carrier with his motorboat, we do see the familiar spot that we landed on last time. Some sort of loading bay that's on the water level. Fortunately, there is a thick layer of fog covering our entrance. Although, parking this thing is going to be a little bit harder than it was to park the other vessel. Never mind, I've gotten better at this. Okay. Driving in Cataclysm is not easy. Okay, step over, water, sword, and I think we're going to preparatively put on our gas mask because I don't want to worry about this. Aiden looks ready to go. And inside of our first room, we do see crawling zombie technicians, a mariner, and a dozen or so marines. Okay, we have a door right behind us. We're going to open the door, make sure that we're ready to go. This mariner is very badly injured. We will just immediately take him down. One thing I want to be on the awareness for, hold on. I know this is, so we're going to look at this. So we want a firearm repair kit. So I'm going to write down on a notepad next to me what we need for this, and we're going to be keeping an eye out for these parts as well. We are not going to be afraid to use our abilities. We'll reach out towards the zombie technician, crush him against the wall. I think there was something in the way. Oh, a jackhammer? Hell yes. Do we have anything in our lifting field? We have the shotgun in our lifting field. We also see a feral crewman in the dark here. Let's go ahead and push the crewman. Oh, amazing. With one push, we managed to crush him against the wall. He has a service handgun. How good is that? 26 damage. We'll go ahead and take that with us, to be honest. We're going to be careful, but we are going to use our melee whenever possible to preserve on stamina. And we're going to put in our MP3 players and play music. We need to do this in order to maintain a certain level of focus here. Oh, look at this. This is a storage room back here. Oh, we need to get into this room so bad. Okay. If I could get up to this door and close the door, that would be amazing. Okay, we'll shove this guy. What just happened? Hold on. Zombie technician pulls my weapon from my hands. Something else tried to grab me. The feral marine did. Okay, we need to step back, shove this guy back. I think we were a little overzealous there. Okay, Aiden takes a step back, breathes in and out. Well, that's a feral. Okay, damn. Try and take another breath. I have an idea. We're going to pull the feral over to here. Oh, he just does not want to deal with us. He does not want to give us the ability to deal with him. We're going to knock him to the ground. Move over one space. Feral marine is a problem. Shove him backwards. Yeet back to the feral marine as well. Okay, they're both dead. Close the door. A bat zombie came through the door just as we closed it, and Aiden flips his hand, shoving it out into the water. It might be able to make it back to us. I'm not sure. Yeah, he did just emerge from the water. It doesn't see us yet. Now it sees us. Step up. Crush it against the back wall. Okay. Breathe in and out. We're fine. Nothing's gone wrong yet. We'll drink some of this guy's water. Crush the corpses. We might start making piles of things that we want from these guys. Make sure to pull things off of them that we want so that we can find them again in the future. I'm going to pull out my halogen bar so I at least have a weapon in my hands, mostly to block with. As another feral crewman comes around the corner, we use knockdown on him, knocking him to the ground. Needing to get to our sword really badly, Aiden just swings out with the halogen bar and crunches into this guy's head. The first blow actually stunning him, and the second blow bringing him to his knees, finally taking him down, caving him down, his head down, even through his helmet. I am going to have to use force push a lot here, which means I am going to be quick saving because I am worried heavily about the crashes we were experiencing earlier. We do see a grabber zombie, a boomer. Okay. I really want my sword back. Okay, our highest priority right now is to get our sword back. We're going to use our grabbing ability here. Pull our sword towards us and equip it. Crush down the zombie. Another pharaoh came around the corner, but we took him down very quickly. Okay, boomer. Knife shot is still too hard. Damn. We'll use a knockdown and then shove him back. I really want to get to that door. Okay. What we're going to do is we are going to wind run to speed ourselves up. No, stop trying to cast it on someone else. When running's too difficult. We really need to spend more time learning it. Okay. As you struggle to escape the grass, something comes loose. We tripped and a grabber zombie grabbed us from the darkness, pulling Aiden over top the heavy machinery. We really need to be careful. Some of these things cost so much time to move over. They just step out of the place, breath in, breath out. Be concentrating. Be decisive with our movements. What is that? Pharaoh Marine. Okay, we can handle a Pharaoh Marine. We will knock him down. Take a few steps back. Swing at him, take him down. Yes, okay. Grenade. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Okay, it's really tempting to throw a grenade into this room over here, but I don't know how accurate that's going to be. Are there any pharaohs in here? Are these all zombies? Those are all zombies. We're gonna shove this guy in and close the door. Oh, fucking finally. Got that door closed. There is a zombie technician back here. We really want to deal with him if possible. We do reach out with our mind to try and shove him, but unfortunately he's at a bad angle and he just bounces against the zombie behind him. We're gonna come down here and close this door as well and make sure that there's nothing behind us, which there was. Okay, close this door as well. Good. We have the doors closed in the engine room here so that we don't accidentally get something behind us. Okay. I think we're going to reach out, pull one of them in closer. The zombie slipped and fell. Okay, as soon as he starts to grab us like that, we'll push him back. Wait, I thought we just closed that door. Two more down. Zombie technician down, which is really good. Okay. I want to pull this one forward and then shove him back against the wall again and then crush him down. Okay. Good breath. We need to get rid of this corpse before it becomes a problem. Two crawling zombies in here distracting us. We'll come in here and just take them down very quickly. Another zombie soldier. Zombie marine. Shove him back against the wall. Hit him down. Two more grenades. Hell yes. Okay, this room looks incredibly valuable. Hold on. So we have batteries, rams. So many batteries. Holy shit. Heavy plutonium fuel battery? What the hell? Okay, let's close this door. What the fuck is that? We have to look at that. A battery that uses a thin plutonium-244 rod to stabilize an exotic nano compound. It is universally compatible with all kinds of industrial-grade equipment and large tools. Although it stores a huge amount of power, it cannot be recharged. It has 10,000 power in it. How heavy are they? Oh, they're actually pretty light. Okay, so we're going to want to... Oh, and there's so many of them too. Well, this room is pretty freaking valuable. We have a voltmeter, transponder chip, more batteries. Honestly, there's so many batteries in here, we don't even need all of these. Looks like there's some more friends over here as well. We're gonna close that door as well. Come back here, crush down this corpse finally. One of the many things we're going to want here is ammo. We'll be able to get a lot of ammo out of here. I don't know if this sheath is large enough for our sword. I just want to check it real quick. 27 inches is the max length for this sheath. Our sword is 35 inches. So we're going to need like a scabbard for that at some point, I feel like. Sheath is not good enough. I want to be systematic about this. So we're going to come over here and unlock this door before we're going farther in. Looks like we have food. Anytime we're moving pretty far, we're going to turn on safe mode. Looks like a zombie military pilot. Not much to worry about. Take him down quickly. Just not even wearing armor. There's a console and such here, but it's all broken. Tons of tanks, but they're all empty. I mean, we could grab them in the future to use as tanks. I mean, it's at least that. Okay, we want to explore around here. Ooh, a hot cut. No, that's not one of the things on our list. And I think we already have one back home. I had to double check the list that I have sitting next to me here. Another zombie mariner. Take him down quickly. Okay, I think we've gotten this entire zone here sorted out. We need to lockpick another door. I'm very glad that I brought lockpicks. I haven't broken any yet, but we may need to... Oh, of course. We may need to make more before we're done here. For sure. Do we have nether attunement? I just saw a tingling. No, we don't. Aiden sitting in the dark, working on lockpicking this door, listening to sweet guitar solos. And as he gets it open, we do see a crewman and a military pilot. We also see some books in here. A lot of books. There's some sort of maybe church or small military library. We'll let them come towards us a little bit. Take the first one down. Take them both down. Okay. Anything interesting? Some ammo and a gun with some more ammo. I really wish we had managed to repair our gun before coming here, because this is all the same type of ammo that we need for our gun. All of these are essentially fiction books, so we don't really need any of them. Not even bothering to get close, we reach out with our telekinetic powers and crush these guys against the back walls. That bestial stalker worries me, as he is capable of chucking us across the room. He also has a carbine, but it's very badly damaged. I don't think that's going to be worth our time. We'll take his NATO rounds. Breathe in, breathe out. Continue fighting. As Aiden sliced through multiple things, we just found a Glock machine pistol. It's a 9x19 handgun pistol. It fires really fast. Yeah, in 2-round bursts. We're going to take that with us. We might even use that here. We have this main engine room area cleared. Do we want to stay on this floor, or do we want to move our way up? I would kind of like to do this systematically so that we don't end up with anything behind us. And it's obvious that even this first floor, this lower level, this lower deck, has valuable things, as this like maintenance room here is just absolutely filled with batteries and electrical supplies. I mean, so much that we'd almost never even need to go into town. Another locked door, as Aiden is making quick work with his lockpicks here. Oh, okay, what is this? The Tommy mats. Heavy punching bags. I think we found the gym. That's not ideal. There are maybe half a dozen Marines and such in here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to back up. And I kind of want to test something. I'm going to push this guy back. I'll put my Gian away. Push him again. And I'm going to pull out a grenade. Push him one more time, so he stays in the damn room. And we'll throw the grenade. Oh, look at that. It landed exactly where I was trying to throw it. And we're going to back up a little bit more and pull out our Gian. Push this guy back. Just in time to see the grenade explode. Oh, look at that. It took out several of them. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Unfortunately, there are still several left alive as well. As we take a step back, we're going to knock this guy down. However, it didn't actually hurt him. We don't want to fight that many all at once. We're going to back out about as far as we can. Is this a... That is not a feral. Okay. We're going to close this other door real quick. Take a breath in, breath out. Zombie brute! Okay. Time for breathing's over. We get an angle on him. In the corner, shove him. Crunch him against the back wall. I don't like the fact that we can't see things that are climbing on the machinery. But while they're climbing across the machinery, they have a drastic... Okay, there's one more back there. There he is. Two back here. They have a drastic loss to the amount of stamina. Sorry, the amount of movement they have, as they're incredibly encumbered by the machinery. Whew. Beautiful. beautiful destruction from this grenade. Just taking out almost all of this. We need to be grabbing all of the grenades we see. So I am going to go ahead and crush down these corpses. And okay, so if this is the gym, I wonder if... Okay, well, we found more gym. I'm kind of hoping that we might be able to find... I don't know, maybe, I mean, they might have manuals, right, of some sort. Maybe some sort of dojo manual, right? Close this door. I'll check that later. I want to clear this place out first. Okay, there's a door here. We'll go ahead and close it for now. With the sound of the grenade, I'm really surprised that we didn't draw in more things. I think this place is just labyrinthical enough that they can't figure out how to get to the sound that I'm creating. Which means that guns probably aren't the worst thing in the world here. It seems like they tried to barricade these doors here with some benches. I can only imagine chaos that must have happened on this boat, as they probably didn't all go feral, all become zombies at the same time, at the same rate. I forgot to check the door back here. It is locked. We'll close this door behind us to make sure we don't get anything finding us. But yeah, I can only imagine that's the chaos of partial people turning into zombies and others turning into ferals at different rates, causing a bit of a war on this ship, which means we're probably going to see a lot of signs of the battle that happened here. There's a Zedra memory card here. I've never seen that before, so we're going to put that up. Seems to be some sort of communication radio station. Long destroyed. We're going to close that door. We're going to know that doors that are explored but closed are no longer useful to us. Our lockpicking skills is getting a significant workout here, as almost every door we've come to requires lockpicking to some degree. Really glad that Aiden had spent a good couple days, honestly, back in his apartment tower learning how to lockpick. It hasn't come up until now, but it is definitely coming up in spades now. Aiden's starting to wonder if this is ballast, these standing tanks, because they just seem to be filled with air. Unfortunately, we don't really know how giant ships work, so hard to say. There's some super glue here, though. That one was close. That bestial stalker actually kind of cornered us in a closet there. Cornered us in a corner. That short hallway is not where we want to be fighting these things. Hand crank charger. Pipes. If we ever need pipes, we can come back here to just harvest this damn place. Aiden has gotten so familiar with his powers at this point that once one careful swipe of his sword, he can quickly follow up with a telekinetic push. Using both. Ooh. We're going to take this electric kiln. Using both in conjunction with each other. I think we're maybe in the main engine room now, seeing some sort of massive reinforced glass behind some sort of unidentified machinery. This feral actually had a lot on him. Looting this place is actually going to be a job in on its own. Aiden walking through the halls, treating it almost like some sort of mega dungeon from a video game. Just seeing this place room after room as a place of loot and monsters. Oh, and here we go. I think we just found one of the armories. Hell yes. Okay, we have a hand press. I believe that is how, yes, that's how we make our own ammo. Yes, we have a hammer as one of the items for our repair kit. We'll go ahead and mark that off because we need an extra hammer. Large propane tank. What's a metallic smoother? Has a smoothing quality. We're going to just go ahead and take it. A hand pump has pressuring quality. Electric kiln, electric polisher. Sure. A saw. Go ahead and crack these barrels open. 9 round combat shotgun. It says +2. What mods does this thing have? Has sights and a mount. Interesting. A bottom mount. We have a... Oh my gosh! As Aiden sees 5 338 bolt action sniper rifles. 5 of them. 5 of them. Oh my gosh. Aiden is ecstatic to find a sniper rifle. What? I'm sorry, a standalone launcher? So some sort of grenade launcher? M75 grenade launcher? Some sort of gun we don't recognize? An M4 carbine? Stanag, more shotguns? And then just ammo cans for days. Okay. Well, okay. We obviously want these sniper rifles. Obviously want these sniper rifles. I think we're going to try and clear a path out real quick. Yeah, this is a clear path. Turn on safe mode to make sure that we don't walk into any zombies. And trying to leave doors open in a sort of clear path. Where is that guy? He's all the way over there. He must have been hiding in here. Okay, we're going to take a moment to bring some stuff out because we're pretty far out. Oh, we're so excited. So excited about the sniper rifles. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and reload our machine gun. We emptied out most of our inventory there. I actually did just learn a new thing that I'm going to teach you guys, is that if you're using the advanced inventory menu and you say, because I accidentally pressed this button, I pressed the comma button, which is to move the entire inventory, just move all items. It only moved items that I had not favorited. So if you want to maintain things in your inventory while doing a move all action, you can just favorite things, which is very good to know. The other thing I realized is that because I was wearing this gas mask this entire time, I was getting a significant amount of stamina regeneration loss. So we're going to have to be careful about that in the future. And every once in a while, we're going to be checking the menu here to the bottom left and make sure that our boat still floats. Or Jian back out. And we need to remember that we're not wearing the gas mask anymore. Okay. Okay, Aiden wants to look around to see if there's a room closer to this over here that we can use to offload any of this. As we step up, we do see a feral crewman. I don't want any of that. Can our IR see through the ground? I don't know if that is something we can do. The staircase is pretty dangerous. Yeah, because of that right there. We're going to pull the body towards us this time and crush it down away from the staircase. Okay, I do want to... there's a zombie technician on the stairs. I don't like this. We're going to close that door for now. That pilot sees us. We're going to let him get closer first. Shove our way into this bedroom, which is full of enemies. Is this the grenade? Most of these are zombies. There's one technician here. We're going to shove that technician. We did a little bit of damage to him, but we didn't manage to take him down. Can we reach him with knockdown? No. Okay. Bestial Stalker. This might be a grenade. We're going to catch our breath real quick. Take a breath in, breath out. Make sure that we only use the grenades whenever we need to. Okay, how do we want to handle this? Bestial Stalker there. Brainless zombie marine. I think we head down the southern route here. Okay, that's what I was worried about. As soon as I stepped down here, Stalker got sight of me. I think we're going to back out a little bit here. I think the Stalker got caught on the bed. Okay, we took down the technician. That was actually the major thing I was worried about there. Is that zombie technician was going to pull our sword from our hands. Is this the marine? It is, okay. We need to watch out for this Stalker, though. Kind of hard to tell the difference between them in the dark here. Okay. We managed to back out and take a breath. They keep losing track of us really fast. which is a great benefit to us. Okay, that was just a marine. Stalker's back there. That thing can hurt us. If it gets its hands on us, we are going to be taking a lot of damage quick. I want to get it against this back wall so that I have a distance between me and it. Take it down. Okay. After a careful series of movements, making sure that we position ourselves exactly where we want to be, we do finally take down that bestial stalker. It does not need crushed. Okay. We're going to pull the corpse out of the door here and close this door. We already see more zombies in other places. Ooh, a medic. For a second, I thought that might be a doctor of some sort, but just a medic. I'm going to go ahead and use a knockdown on the pupating zombie. And back out into the hallway. Making sure to breathe. Crush down the regenerative pupating zombie. Go in for the medic, slicing through all of them. And we don't want to deal with the sludge trail, so we just go ahead and pull out our telekinetic powers. Crush that boomer, exploding him against one of the beds. Okay, anything interesting in here? I think this is mostly a bedroom. We can close this door too. We just have to haul this body out of the way. Loop back, make sure that the bathroom here is clear, which it is not. Find one feral. It's so unfortunate being in that kind of spot here. Having just been in the bathroom whenever the Cataclysm happened. Do see bayonets. They're very light, so we're going to be taking them as we go. What's a combo cover? Military's officer's combo cover, a peaked cap. Oh, okay. I never knew what those were called. I'll move farther in. I want to move towards this northern edge and see if there's another place that we can pull gear out of this place. Ooh, some sort of storage room. Ah, and a diesel engine? What? Small electric motor? Ah, electric moped or golf cart. That's probably not enough motorage in order to push our boats. But wait, it says we can pry it open with the right tool. Where did our halogen bar go? I think our halogen bar got pulled out of our hands at some point. And despite the fact that it's favorited, it's not... You know what? I bet I know what I did. I bet I stored my halogen bar by accident. Let's see if we can find that real quick, because that's going to be kind of pivotal in order to explore this place. Alternatively, we'll check every room that we fought electrician zombies in. Okay, our halogen bar is not in the car. That's concerning. I don't know when we lost it. But that's pretty important for us to have. I really hope that we didn't lose it and then immediately force shove it through a wall. You know what? While we're trying to find it, I think I'll just go ahead and take out this crowbar that we found earlier and carry that with us so that we can continue looking. Okay, I've done everything I could to try and find it, and I couldn't find it. But we're going to open some of these just to kind of see what we're looking at back here. Motor oil. I think that's another engine, V2 engine, cement, large storage battery. 50,000 kilojoules? That's a pretty important thing. Hold on. Can we put that in our lifting field? Wow. Okay, so we finally found something that is actually too heavy for our lifting field. Okay, good to know. There is a limit. What is a BB? Oh, it's literally like BBs for a BB gun. Okay. More scrap metal, medium steel, motor oil, rubber cement, jumper cables. That seems useful. Mild steel. We do have to worry about this staircase here. There could be anything up and down that staircase. Heavy duty frames. Military vehicle construction. Okay. Move past the stairs carefully. Drive belt, diesel engine. Holy crap, this place is just... It's literally a loot heaven. Mechanical pump, more engines, V8 engines, air jack, another arc welder. I'll have to push this crate out of the way in order to get to the rest. Copper, alternators, steel. Yeah, we found enough back here that we could probably make a car, let alone repair one. I am curious about the floor beneath us, though. So we're going to come back to this staircase that's closer to where we have been exploring up until now. And we're going to very carefully think I have an idea. We're actually going to put our Gianna away so that the zombie technician can't pull it out of our hands. And just for a moment, we'll use only telekinetic powers. Let's look down. It says that there's a zombie technician below us, but I can't see it. Okay, there's nothing above us. That's very good to know. Very good to know. So the zombies are definitely below us. Hold on. I have an idea. So we're going to temporarily stop concentrating on things. And we're going to activate Night Eyes and then Premonition. Oh man, yeah, that floor beneath us is just packed with enemies. Okay, we'll turn Premonition back off and Momentum Alteration back on. I think this is a bad way to go down. We need to find another way down. Hit the shotgun back up. We actually put the shotgun down earlier because I picked up one of the sniper rifles and brought them to the car. These zombie technicians are a serious problem for us. That one's behind some reinforced glass, though. I don't even know how he got in there. So it's not a problem for us. It's a kinetic bullet puller. Allows us to disassemble ammo. That sounds really useful. A full-ass brick kiln. Okay. I need a shit ton of welding wire. Can we carry that? We can. Hot damn. Another locked door. Another bedroom. Ideally, at some point, we do find another set of stairs leading down so that we can check out the lower floors here. As Aiden is unlocking this door of his lockpicks, he has another thought. This isn't a dungeon. This is a mega dungeon. This is the kind of dungeon where he actually suspects he's not even going to complete this. He's not even going to finish clearing this out in a single day. That is a lot of zombies back there. Is it all just zombie marines? Yeah. Nothing too worrisome other than this technician. Although this is a nice way through the center of this area. Okay, we're going to step up and pull some of them towards us. We can deal with them. I got a few hits off on me. Not a fan of him managing to actually hurt us. Breath in, breath out. As that zombie came up to him, in one swift motion, Aiden had knocked him down and then stabbed him through the chest with a critical. Very, very swiftly taking down the very heavily armored zombie. Okay, we have another grenade. We can probably start using these a little bit more freely since we have found several of them. Fortunately, those last couple guys did actually manage to hit us a little bit there. I'm going to see if I can find an IFAK pouch on someone in order to... I mean, there's been about 1 million of them since we've been in here, but I do want to find one in order to see about... We need some pain relievers. Yeah, it looks like this is the showers. We're just going to make sure that no one's in any of them. We don't want any feral surprises later. It's insane to imagine that we've only covered a tiny, tiny portion of this place with this path of rampage. Although, we wonder if this place is symmetrical. It doesn't look like it is. But perhaps we can find more ammo rooms? I mean, I can only imagine what else we're going to find in this place. We've already found so much useful things. Like, this is like looting an entire town, but all at once, all condensed into one little space. It's absolutely insane, to be honest. I've never seen any loot like this before. We are trying to grab lightweight things that we can as we go along, just to make sure that we don't have to revisit too much of this place. Oh, is that a feral marine? It is. Okay. Yeah, I think we want to knock him down. Get a few steps back. Pull him to this door. Can we knife shot? Still can't knife shot. Still impossible. Okay. Anything interesting on him? No. We do have a crowd up ahead, though. Looks like they piled out of one of these doors. Some crewmans. A lot of ferals. Fortunately, the ferals seem to be, I don't know, less dangerous somehow. Aiden forgot to breathe as he stepped into a room, thinking that it was mostly clear. It was filled with zombies. Fortunately, at least today, he didn't get punished, as he was able to get back out of the room before they got too close to him. Aiden takes pride in the fact that we have in fact cleared out the entire back section of this place, but just look at the size of this. So if our boat is here, we have cleared out about this much. Argiana's not over there. About this much of this place, and only one floor. This place has multiple floors. Oh, this is not going to be something that we clear out in one go, or even multiple goes, to be honest. This is going to be something that is... Where's that zombie technician? Oh, he's behind the glass there, so we'll go ahead and close that door so he doesn't just see us each time we pass through. Kind of do want to clear this main hallway, though, so that we have a path to pull out any loot that we want. Whenever we do give up for today, we will take a whole bunch of things with us before we go. Rewards for managing to get so far in the first place. As long as we're careful, though. We don't move too quickly. Or do anything too reckless. I think we can do this. Speaking of reckless, I thought this area was already cleared. That one was a little harder to take down for some reason. I think we're starting to get a little tired. I don't feel safe sleeping in my boat or anything like this out here. So if we end up having to sleep for the night, we are going to have to leave. As unfortunate as that is. Because on top of having to leave, we will have to semi-row, semi-pilot our boat back. Even though there are engines here, we open a door, Bestial Stalker just leaps out at us. We barely dodge out of the way, taking down 2 more. Okay. Breathe. We're moving too quick. We need to slow down. Take our time. We're not in a rush. We have all of the time in the world. One step at a time. Oh shit, this room. Okay, that is a lot. I think we're going to back up. The ferals are going to come after us because they pay more attention. And then we are going to equip a new grenade. Shove that guy back. Activate the grenade. Throw it. Where did it land? I just want to make sure. Active grenade. Okay. Several steps back. Oh, our ears ring as we actually saw a portion of the explosion come out towards us here. Throwing grenades in an enclosed space like this may not be the greatest idea. However, look how effective it was. Holy shit. We just took down all of those guys simultaneously, completely reducing any threat of them actually managing to do damage to us. Whoever suggested the precision throwing arm CBM to me, you are a saint. How close are we to being in a straight line? Okay, we need to clear one more room. Looks like this one's locked, though. We're going to be a master locksmith by time. A what? Skeletal master. A strange zombie covered in bone plates from face to toe. Despite the added weight on its body, its movements are coordinated, as if capable of analyzing your movements. I don't like that. We are going to reach out, knock it down, and it's in a hallway. Shit. We don't have a good option here. I think we're just going to knock it down again. Just focusing for once, not on pushing it backwards, but on crushing it into the floor beneath its feet. Where the hell did that come from? Why is there an armored Apatosaurus in here? What the... What? Is that... It's hostile. Yeah, it's a zombified Apatosaurus. And the game crashed. I should have been saving more often. Okay, we're a little behind where we were before, so I'm just going to get caught back up to where I was. Okay, I don't know where the zombie master came from or went this time around. I wonder if it actually got attracted from outside by all the grenades. So this time around, with a little bit of knowledge of the future, Aiden's just going to come out real quick. I don't see it. Maybe it was upstairs? Downstairs? Yeah, I'm confused as to where that came from. Perhaps one of the bodies wasn't properly disposed of, and it transformed. Yeah, I don't know. I want to do things more or less the same way I did last time, though. We're going to activate another grenade and throw it right back here again, and then start running. Pour Xion back out. Yeah, it looks like we did a relatively good job. Maybe not as good as last time, but we did murder the vast majority of them. Somehow, I think one of these managed to get their dex save or something like that, because that zombie soldier was in the dead center of where the grenade went off and took no damage. Kind of impressed. Good job, dude. Okay, we need to clear this room because this room is going to be behind us at some point. Okay, we're good here. We're gonna take a breath. This is when we saw the skeletal master last time. We're gonna try and get this door open. Where the hell did it come from? I wonder if it just came from somewhere else in the ship here. Aiden knows that the zombies are evolving and wonders if perhaps leaving this for later, the ship for later, is actually a bad idea because they could evolve more. Okay. That is Bestial Stalker with a bunch of friends. So we are going to once again take advantage of our throwing arm here. Get that in as far as we can. Close the door. Run. Okay. Didn't take down the Bestial Stalker. Oh, barely even freaking hurt it. They must have an absolutely amazing death save. Doesn't save it from the power of a force push, however, as we do finish off the rest of the room with that. Okay, there's definitely things coming in behind us. Maybe from upstairs, because now there is hazy clouds in an area we had previously cleared. And another Bestial Stalker. Okay. These things are the biggest problem that we have. Okay. I'm worried about the smoke, so we are going to put on our gas mask. Perhaps we need to stop with the grenades for a moment. We might be causing too much noise. This place is probably just covered in zombies. And I thought that they weren't going to be smart enough to be able to get to me. But it appears that I was incorrect. Bestial Stalker got one hit off on me, managing to damage almost every single limb in Aiden's body. Yeah, we really need to be careful about making sure that those things don't touch us. We're now in unmanageable pain, which means that most of our abilities are going to be hard to use now. We'll step out into the smoke. What the hell is that? A boomer glutton. A large, grotesque ball of flesh and fat. Seemingly vestigial limbs flop around haphazardly as it rolls across the ground. You occasionally cast a glimpse of bulging eyes and distended gaping maw oozing some sort of black sludge. Okay, this is not a room that I've cleared before. And then there's some sort of... Wait, what's a sleepwalker zombie? Zombie swollen with bluish, oddly sweet smelling gas. It stumbles around even more than regular zombies, as if intoxicated. I don't like this. I also feel like there's something there. We're going to push it back and close the door. We really maybe need to be more careful about the grenades. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. God damn it. The grenades, because I think that we've been attracting things from elsewhere on the ship, which, now that we think about it for even half a second, makes a lot of sense because, well, the ship is absolutely covered in enemies. The amount of pain that we're in, though, I think it might be a good idea to leave temporarily. We're tired and we're in pain. Yeah, we're gonna leave for today. Aiden takes his craft and begins to head out into the night, fog covering his retreat. He loves the idea of this mega dungeon behind him. He loves how it is going to be a source of endless loot and fun for him. The idea of taking down an entire dungeon solo isn't a thing that necessarily makes him scared at all, but instead makes him excited. It's a real flex of his strategic ability and his powers. It is without a question that we're going to be coming back. We'll rest up. We'll focus on some of our abilities. We know where we were lacking. We need ranged abilities. We need knife shot or a better working gun. Even though the grenades were causing a lot of disturbance, I think that honestly just shooting them with a gun might be a worthwhile endeavor, or using knife shot instead. Using up some of our reservoir of mana, since we don't use very much of it. I do worry that the zombie soldiers are going to just be very resistant to guns, because, I mean, that's sort of what their armor is for, right? Like, they are literally wearing armor for the intent and purpose of running guns. So the guns themselves might not be super useful, and that's why I didn't use them that much either during that initial run of the mega dungeon that is the aircraft carrier. I don't think we're going to be able to finish this aircraft carrier anytime soon, but there are things that I would like from it, and I'd like to figure out how to get them out. I would like some of those engines. I would like a lot of things from that engine room, to be honest. I'm not sure how we're going to get it out, though. So if anyone can get in the comments and give me any ideas you might have to how we're going to manage to move some of that stuff out, because we can't just use the lifting field. They were actually too heavy for the lifting field. But either way, Aiden is home now, and we are going to deposit what loot we did actually bring home with us in a nice pile. We're going to probably leave behind the combat shotgun because I like the machine pistol even better. And Aiden is honestly going to go to sleep. He's had a long frickin' day. And with that, we are also going to have to leave you here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Cataclysm: Dark Days Ahead. If you guys are enjoying it, please feel free to leave a like and a comment with any suggestions you have down below. If you want to see more Cataclysm or hard video games, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have a great night. Goodbye.